Good afternoon, Namiside, Aunty Kadie, and then good afternoon, viewers. Them, I'm glad for we at dinner today and get a conversation with Tuna. Me na gentle Patrick Maada Koroma. Me na the PRO for SLPP na America. I appreciate the fact say we all there today will get a healthy, meaningful, and responsible conversation. We will make we all go part with happiness in the interest of Sierra Leone. Una, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Gento, the political hot goose, because you left that side. But anyhow, we thank you. Thank you when you make effort for Ghana yesterday. Because as somebody like you, yes, we gladly forget somebody like you, because somebody like you will able to give plenty information then will not privy to. We will be correct information then. So a good way you can join me in this show. Yeah. So make us start with you, Gento. What did they happen? Because from where una can the president, where they represent una, it can have power. So problem. So all man they talking on this and that. Say first time done. Now with them a second time. So problem them. Some people not accept saying in the president. Some they accept saying in the president. Some they tag and some they say the non and tag and we say you go America on. Then and they talk say some they say then tag them. You know they even go any sign of United States. Then talk all about the ICC prosecutor. We then get for arrest and the owner. Then we hear plenty thing them. You see, so what thing they happen, Gento? You are the right person. We for can't tell me. We are say you go America, all the whole of SLPP. Then people then Kadie. We are say some APC people then Kadie. We don't know who to trust, who for believe. Waiting at this thing, we get a lot of things that we'll get for talk. Where you go get for help with. You see, then we even there are things that we will expect you for talk, but we get for talk, but you for Akisoya. Akisoya travel. He go represent the Freetown municipality. Now, some different country there. You get me? You see, then after that one day, when it talk, we see Tambalamina, where then on a party, when Naina the minister of local government, he pull statements, press release. That press release say we get an aya. And that press release we on man no boss. You see, everybody know about people they read them. Now a lengthy press release, we're not able to read all. You see, because all man know about that press release say, just waiting they happen. People then they refuse for go work the parliament. You see? Then they said they know they go work, they know they support to now. Waiting they happen in nice for let we hear from one of the SLPP the new side today. Do ya? What you get for tell me back. Then we view as the lady. So if we view as the lady for ask you questions, then go ask you. And if me get for stop you, for make you clarify one or two things, then I will stop you for let you clarify things that let we view as themselves understand. Go on, Gento.
All right, thank you very much, Aunty Kadie, for where you take your time for really explain all the nitty-gritty of the conversation and content. As the mouthpiece and spokesperson for the SLPP in the United States, I speak the mind of the party, and now they talk Naya as the political hot goose. And they talk Naya as the mouthpiece of the SLPP. And they talk Naya as representing the oldest political party and the most developmentally oriented and nation inclusiveness political party. The SLPP. Now, all within Aunty Kadie, you have and people that they talk all over na social media and everywhere. I want let Sierra Leoneans they know say na false, malicious, and misleading. Elections na all over the world. They get a own bets, they get a own sonko. At the end of elections, then we can find out say people them way they're not able succeed, forget the position and where they vie for, then they become very, very angry. Some then they get shocked. Some then they refuse for accept the defeat. It can happen mostly. All that they in a part of democracy. All that they in a part of the process where it go through. President Bio don't done in 5 years, where it deliver very well on the promises of making sure it embark on the human capital development. It fights corruption, where we don't lead the country to austerity, we make Salon not be get no treasury account, will not be no without with national scope be they go. President Bio come, it bring laws them, it bring statutes them, where they protect women them, where they protect speaking them, when are the most vulnerable people them, na Sierra Leone, and just like many parts them in the world. One part thing and it bring the gender equality bill, we give women themselves an opportunity for they na every sector, at least 30% of women them. Therefore, they na every governance and private sector them. Therefore be represented, and even in politics. So that this make we now be they see a lot of women that now in this new administration, we now they see them in the cabinet, we now they see them in the parliament, and a lot of things. Them. All the infrastructural programs that we President Bill talk about, like the Lunge Airport, like the hospital na Port Loko, the hospital na Cambia, the 500-bed hospital na where they build na how you call them, na this place, Wilberforce. The infrastructural programs in Akono, the Kono University, the roads them, the bridge na Maban, the bridge where they go na Makeni na the former president home, a lot of other developmental programs them, the Lumley Bridge, plenty. All that one then are the message we President Bio be take. Even though we brothers and sisters and we then at the opposition, they be still shocked, they be in denial. The free and quality education, they go on well. President Bio used that as a message for tell the people and say, I get a positive background story where I will rely on and give me an opportunity for let I can again in my last 5 years where they can serve for let continue for develop that country there inclusively. President Bio come. Yes, people then get for criticize. He even pull death penalty. It brings freedom of speech. We make the like today. Plenty of Sierra Leoneans them. We all get opportunity now for talk anyhow. Because of the freedom, the seditious libel law we pull, that it bring the freedom of speech and expression. So that nobody, they don't go hold on because of what you talk. Not alone. Then the end the Kiwi zeal and even the opposition for let President Bio go under intense criticism more than any other leader in that country. President Bio is the first leader we don't go under. While even in opposition and even in governance, we don't go under serious political and national criticism. Some then they do them with disrespect, some then they do them with malice because they think say President Bio now become pull the authoritarian and totalitarian government where the APC been run in 1990s. They get that malice there, now that make a bit toxic, the statement they all malicious. So then they try for feed fat onto that ancient grudge. We then get for President Bio. We be not say you know good. Even when President Bio they try for unite the nation. They try for bring each tribe together. Then they refuse because they get that ancient grudge we they not do away with it. We're not to be bad President Bio do. Now in the interest of Sierra Leone. So President Bio bring the country now. When they come into elections, Sierra Leone don't they in a trajectory where the developmental platform, the developmental roadmap President Bio don't establish in the 5 years. They don't bring single treasury account. We're not there under austerity again. Picking them, they go school over 2 million picking them, then they pay for their school fee, buy for their school materials. Even though people then they still criticizing an empty school fee, but Sierra Leone they say, well, you know why? That empty school fee, then picking they not be they get a trade. But now that they get that empty school fee, we happy that they pay for the empty school fee. Fair enough. A lot of good things them come up. Programs there for the youth, Munafa programs, a lot of things there. So President Bio can now say, when I put me there back based on my track record, but again, the other message where I go carry it, I go make sure say the problem where we all they suffer in that country, just like any other partner in the world, now hungry. Age long before them born with all people that they cry hungry. I listen to one music where they've been sing, then they call them cost of living in 1960s. Then they say cost of living a salon, this na wahala. Cost of living a salon, the way they had an end up. But I think many of we don't listen to that music thing. That was in the 60s. That tells you this issue of cost of living, hardship, and hungry. If you don't say, not a President Bio counter. But however, no government na salon will not ever see it can't style in or just say, and they make a flagship program where I can have power for deal with that issue and confront them. Like how that soldier man confronts that young man that they call big fish where take gun. They fire up where it endanger people their life.
And of course you want that is man of course yes, let ask you. Because let me fast forward that a little bit. With all waiting you say President Bio don't do so. Why the resentment? Why make them resent and so much? Which always you don't do so.
Well,
because if somebody don't do all that kind of thing, people then for supporting them for gladly. But why the resentment? Why? Perhaps you will be in a position for explaining.
When you remember when I begin me talk, I say all waiting that they talk and they do a false and malicious and misleading. The opposition, they get malice for President Bio in person. I don't bring you to the fact say President Bio now the savior when they say in the interest of Sierra Leone, if we overthrow the APC party with some young soldiers. And according to the TRC report, we maybe read President Bio now be the master planner of that coup in 1992, when they come for pull the APC totalitarian dictatorship party, when I be one party where people they be don't tire with, not alone. And I read President Bio in a testament in that TRC report. Anybody will go play read that seriously. So you know the problem with you will not read. When you read, you will be informed, and you can only give to people what you want. You have. You cannot give what you don't have. So APC in that from that point they don't get grudge for Maada Bio. So that ancient grudge then they make them they miss out a lot. Because they can say, my grandpa tell me say, he said, don't fight your enemy with hatred. So that grudge when they don't get, they don't develop into hatred for President Bio. Even when President Bio become president, he win when an Koroma conduct election. They refuse to accept that one day. Still they say, we win and then conduct the election. So if Maada Bio conduct election, they can't talk say back na lie. Me, I'm not going to surprise. Because they're not going to expect say President Bio to become from all the way where they be not spoil under the world. So that then the thing will make they get resentment. And they will never praise President Bio, even though when President Bio make the bridge where an Koroma forget for make, when they go to an Koroma village, they still criticize them. Even if President Bio go make a bill house them, now they perceived stronghold with needle and put zinc panel when razor blade zinc, they will still not accept President Bio. Even when he make the Lunge airport, Samora Kama come, they all come, they celebrate, and they walk inside. Every Australian they enjoy, they feel proud. They are still saying it is lie when we not say not to lie. So that resentment is that they are missing out their job as opposition. Then they mix them up to the hate and malice when they get for them. They're not the expect.
Okay, let me take you. Make I take you back. Let's take you back to this Lunge airport. You see, this Lunge airport, we get a new airport. So what about the old one? What's going to happen to the old one?
Well, that old airport, if we don't dilapidate it, is out of fashion. That was in 1960 something. It is out of fashion. We job in the manager embarrassing that nation. But however, it's still the government they think for see what they will put the next. Then they will utilize the brand new one when at the modern airport. We're not going to use that one anymore. We do not have to. So government they think about what's at the next developmental program we can do it, and they will do it. So that one, they will just allow the government for take step in that one day. Let us concentrate on the brand new baby where they don't give we, what they enjoy. We're not going to use that one day.
But you not feel to say a waste of resources because that whole airport, then we don't wait, that whole airport, then we done refurbish them. Then we refurbish them because we say they fear because me I can go salon so 3-4 times a year. You see? So we all be they say it was refurbished. You not think to say maybe something they for be upgrade them and do some. Why is the new airport today? They for be still upgrade them rather than left them, must make it go down. They can we don't go down, say we get much use again because now more waste of resources in the sense that you not think to say they for be upgrade them rather than just left them, say they broke them and all that thing.
Aunty Kadie, you see development, they come with a cosmetic business day. That airport now colonial masters they be making. Number one is a tiny airport. Number two, the shape and way they make them, they don't go able to stand more than standards. That time when they refurbish and paint, they be paint them well and put some other half thing there around the railing them. But that airport is outdated. They out of fashion. They out of class. It was so embarrassing. So Sierra Leoneans them, when the world don't reach this level from the colonial days, it's so tiny. It is so small. I think we don't need to go behind again. We need to advance, forget better things. So when government
they don't need for making a like hotel set, so hotel or something.
Well, this is what we always need from even opposition. Let us say bring suggestion which how we will help the nation. Then we'll say when we suggest that hotel that airport, let we make our reformation, make a hotel. That could be a very good position paper. When the opposition said the right, it's said. So tomorrow, when they want some people, then will say, well, we will be suggesting, look the paper, we'll send, we'll be go to our radio, we'll go get them, send, we'll use suggestion and they but they don't do it. So this is how a country will develop. But however,
now make a fast you forward. Now make a fast you forward now to current situation with President Bio in second term. Yeah, President Bio in second time, we almost say plenty talk. All man they talking you. Yes, man. Let me hear your view back from the SLP the new aspect. You see, tell me waiting the SLP what you think because you find out say this current situation we're there now, you see, it make the opposition party then say they go work in a parliament, then they boycott, you see, and President Bio was declared say he don't win, you get me. So waiting happen. Tell me about you were there inside it. Tell me waiting happen exactly they make they refuse for accept or for the opposition party refuse for accept the President Bio in victory where Babatunde waiting Babatunde Edwards swear because he swear the president. You understand it? So waiting at the they make they don't accept them. Why?
Aunty Kadie, me not go able to tell you what's not the reason we make opposition say they not go work. Me not know the reason. Now then sabi the reason. They need forget the reason to Sierra Leoneans. But what if people able to tell you? I will able to tell you say categorically and with authority as a spokesperson for SLPP that the SLPP party a campaign with seriousness. The SLPP party even gets the right message. Where President Bio bring out, he say in the field salon, it is solve the hungry problem through agriculture, and people they buy into that idea, and it bring the approach for that one day. And at the end of the day, national need of the of every Sierra Leonean when at that hungry day. The SLPP party campaign, President Bio campaign, every district and chiefdom in that country they will not all see where they go the length and breadth of that country everywhere. Wherein we brothers them, the APC main opposition, they were nowhere. Then form alliance, then scatter them. Then they among themselves 6 months to elections, then effects, then accord, then effects themselves. Elections, you can prepare 2 years before elections. But with all the years, we all be the scene of social media. They get a flag bearer, they not be they do nothing. Even when Samura Kamara win as flag bearer, me and you see say I get party in an APC. They tell me play it, say, Gento. We are within at this party, but Samura Kamara, and they make mistakes. The one they way they not win, they don't ever go for make discussion with them. Let them come together. We all see how President Bio do very well. Then the electoral commissions of Sierra Leone, now they get the responsibility for bring out results. And all the processes then, we for go through, every political party go through them. We now all been the everywhere Richard Content go, eve of election, he go talk, say, all what they want. They don't provide that for them. Now they make a video. The video I get that. They say they are now satisfied to go into the election. And Richard Conte now one for the campaign strategies them of APC. Samura Kamara back talk in the eve say they are okay. They don't get all what they want. It was okay. And we all know say as a political party, you forget agents them. Now all over the district, the police centers. Samura Kamara can say with 2 days to election, say you don't get agent. But that is not your responsibility. When I see campaign at the entire south and the east, APC campaign, maybe they fritter. This reality, the moment the reality start for kicking, it will help Sierra Leone. Let the political party we don't lost that election, the APC, let them come to reality. Let them able get the courage for tell their supporters they say we're sorry. We're not able to prepare well. We're not being get message. We'll not be able to go campaign. We'll not be get money. We'll be scattered. We'll not be able to go baby brother. They follow come together. Now this make we lost 2 years. Let we come to the drawing board. Let we sit down and push with party go before. Let we accept and go sit down. These are the same mistakes that they do in the first round where President Bio win. They begin to say win. They rogue them when an APC conduct the elections. They bring out 9-man committee for investigate why they lost election. Sylvia Blyden had been the secretary to that committee. They brought out a position paper which clearly showcase now the negligence, the carelessness, now they're responsible for the lost one. They're not trying to deal with that need and to where and it does mean. Then they begin curse, they begin holler, they begin vex. Then they go and fetch to the protest. They forget they forgot at the drawing board, put their party together. The same thing now they don't begin back. They forget now they don't lie for the people. They don't use people they for cost people their mama and threaten them, especially that mommy cause bomber within a Europe. Samura Kamara when are the presidential candidates. We see now England, Timothy say mama self they listen to that mommy cause bomber, they refer people the day. That what they cause humanist. Sierra Leone a moral based country. We not there for that cause Sierra Leone not ever they so. People they not like that one day. And they cause all the women, all the imam, all the pastor, everybody, then they threaten the south and the eastern. We will get another man in America, when an APC the PR, when they call Jibril Bangura. In fact, he give name to the largest tribe in that country, where they call the Mende people, they call them Mendecrat. Every day, then they cost the Mende people, the Mami cause, but everywhere APC don't ever come tell them, say, hey. They go out on radio and TV, they say, we not ever do that. The next time when they do that, let them condemn them. They never did. That's it, and then a part of the reason the white people then they lost elections. The south and the east, they therefore come together with the north and the western area for let you win. So those are some of the reasons APC need for understand that one. President Bio went all over the place. Why then they cause President Bio and they go unify them. And they go make Yunkela, then they cause her. They go make Alpha Khan, then they cause her. It's not important. They go where go bring this person, they say not important, but they bring them. So President Bio makes sure say he create national inclusiveness. So how President Bio go win that election day? People then begin to talk say you know winner. Where we all be done to see dishonesty now we need for left as Sierra Leoneans. Let's be very honest. The moment we become honest to ourselves and we conscience, we go at the beginning of Sierra Leone in better one day. President Bio, this particular election, it campaign pass every other time.
So from which they say it is President Bio, win this election. Now that's what they say he win this election.
Win a landslide. President Bio is serious. Yes, it's serious about the elections. It's serious, and then in fact, if APC be thinks say President Bio not be win, they all get an RF form where they give everybody by district. All these APC they ask for, they get her. They just want to waste the people the time and continue for lie. RRF form, they give every
Okay.
agent na each police center. They give it, they get up.
Okay, I want to ask you another question.
Yes, so now,
I want to ask
as you ask the other question, when President Bio don't calculate, if you know say you don't win, all international body they been calm, they write a communique, say we not satisfied, go court. Now that in the law of Sierra Leone. If they be really no say, if Samora Kamara be no say we win that election, say, he get the RRF form the way they give him. It calculates now that means each party gets their own database where they create, where they count their own results. If we really no say a winner, he get the opportunity for going to court. Now, so the law say, and we for be law abiding and respect law and order in another country. If you go to the Supreme Court and to him, you get opportunity for go ECOWAS court. When at that time you try for involve international community for let them come and help you with your evidence, so you get say they don't lie for me. Look me evidence. I win. Look with your RF paper. So they get the RF form. They don't want to give them family. They get copy. So if they don't calculate and say they don't win, they for don't go court holding that evidence tight because he who assert must prove. When they go, if the court, because then they say they don't guarantee the court, we no say na lie that one. Because inside that court, the party chairman, Mikhail Masare, he don't win case against Maada government. The deputy chairman, Usman Yansana, he don't win case against Maada government. Inside this court, the other Koroma, when at the regional chairman for APC, he don't win case against Maada. Kemosi say when I be former minister of APC, he don't win case against Maada. Cherry Koko, when I be the deputy flag bearer, he don't win case against President Bio in Pekin. When a junior bill, they don't win case against that, and so on and so forth. Several people, then, even the other faction of the APC, they don't win case against Alfred Peter Conte. Where APC they say now Maada they sponsor them, now SFP they sponsor them for scatter APC. Where if not be true, Maada for don't make Peter Conte win that case against an exclamation team. But yet, they win and fear the president will not interfere. If we're waiting and talk, if not be true. President for hold their hand they hold water. Do not forget Mikhail Masare, Usman Yansane, and today as leaders of APC. But it give them all that the right thing. So why you compare that country? Because they don't get evidence.
Okay, make I ask you. Gento, make I ask you something else, yeah? President Leo win this election. Not so you say President Leo win this election landslide. Okay, listen now. But we get various economists there. You understand it? All over the world, where they look into their readings and where they particularly Kone release some figures then, where we don't get different economists and don't go through and they don't look at. They discover say they not tally because the numbers the way they give, you see, if they want to reconcile the numbers then they with what actually happen, it not correct. So as a result, they're able to establish, various economists are able to establish, say, Maada Bio, yes, it win, but it no win outright. That winning day should have resulted to second round. That's so they say. That's what some of the economists they say. Wait till una say. No, we again. This is not just various economists and use them. Wait till una say.
I don't know which economic you talk about because the way I talk, you just take a open. Me don't know which economists that they will say go calculate. Everybody get right for calculate what you get. Now that means the only legal side where all man for sit down and listen and watch who said the channel then complain and they bring them several economists and they we don't decide say that they do pro bono economic work. Therefore don't count and at the court of Australia. Bring that you the same result when they get Slpp get them, APC get them, all political parties then give them any center they give them their own RRF form. You remember the email recently they all get them.
Yeah, the reason they make
by law. Therefore, use the economies and now when they crack for them, then go to the Supreme Court. They get time. And Fitzgerald Kamara when an APC the lawyer. He tell us say if we not say Samora Kamara, no say you don't win. Let we go to court now so for do. Now they for go for asset now, APC no get no case, then the lie the life of the people. Missy say they no get no evidence.
Listen, yeah. Some of them economists and listen. Some of them economists and
therefore not kind of
no, but what I mean is no, But the publications that they out, everybody be they read them. You see, look at them. See, some of the economists they could
No,
not
we
have
not
gone to
If you
court.
call the name, I will able to remember. No, we not sabi them.
No, they couldn't. Listen, they couldn't have gone to court because not to them. Now, where these arguments, bokude na here and there, people they know they go work in a parliament, the country don't stagnate, nothing they happen. Now, from say economics and yeah, so for go look their numbers and yeah, so where how they call them, can they release some figures there now? So
Well,
people they
never
now
hear
begin do
this.
all the math. No, now when
Aunty
they
Kadie,
begin do the maths there now. No, I
Aunty
did
Kadie
it.
go show
No, we
economic
do
value
them.
so that we don't need any
No, people
profile.
then do the no. Listen, people then do the maths. You understand it? Then do the maths, and the maths, all water. You find out say
Well,
some
let them
side and
publish
day
about
where
the economy. Then
one
for
side
tell
is
let them publish.
listen. One side is where I think the underscore. I think the SLPP pass on side where the economists and show them. I think another side is back where they underscore the APC as well with large number or something. Everything come out, you see. But okay, make I ask you one thing. The problem now is people are asking for Kane to produce the tabulations. So what do you think? You think say Kane for produce the tabulation or not for produce them?
You see, Aunty Kadie, now that make us see that statement they always opposition and they get it very misleading. It very, very the Bible talk inside Hosea chapter 6, verse 4. It say, my people perish for lack of knowledge. All that the way that they do so that they do the same. Now the same lie, then they continue for lie. Then get the RF form. Each center, the APC get all their own results. That's one. Then number two, Aunty Kadie and Sierra Leoneans, which I alone understand. Next, we don't publish their own results. Now their website. That's the disaggregated data. It is not their website.
But they say they pull them quick. No. Listen. That is true. They put and they, but no, that is true. That is true. They put and they, but they not allow the public for get access. Then pull them back. Now, listen. No, listen now. With him, we don't show you now. This na electoral commissioner. Then reports where them pull. You understand it? Look and they, you see, this not Canada you now way people then work the maths. So the maths not work. You they see in yellow, if they enlarge them for we please because we're not able to read them, it's small. But this study will been come out where all the mathematicians them all over the world be they do the figures then. You see? And they see inside SLPP, they say look, inside SLPP inside Cambia, listen. Inside Cambia, yeah.
Aunty Kadie, you don't ever try for visit the ECSN the website. You don't visit it ever.
No. I don't try once, but I'm not able to get nothing there. Yes, I don't go there, but I'm not able. I'm not able to read. I not go lie. When I not say me not supposed to lie, I'm not able to see anything there for like get access to. But anyhow, this was so now. I think the pressure now make. No, listen. The pressure now make. Can INSSF release this document? But when inside this release document, the name of the candidates and where they look under bio, President Maada bio for SLPP. Now Cambia, it gets now 4,058. 58, yes. You see, then Carina now 9,020. Then Port Loco now 27,241. But then the total of them three then here so it comes to 76,841. But when you total them, the total actually no equivalent to 76,882. So there is a mistake there. You get me?
All right, Aunty Kadie,
mistake there, according to Kane in your, you understand it? This not beyond in your, you get me? Eh? You see, I think I'm not from waiting this thing there, maybe I think they're on the score or something. This not 27, 29, 35, and 39 is so the figure now, so the total is very high. I'm not saying on one of Kane in order one, then 6 on side the back way, then cost down by 35,000 another side, not just so it give people the idea now say they make some mistakes in it. You see, but because not just one thing Kane really. Yes.
Aunty Kadie, I can come respond to that quickly. You
Yes,
see,
sure.
we get what you call Aunty Kadie, you get what you call montage. And you don't see all over the place people that can just send notice. You see, they put government stamp in, they say now government don't talk to them, they lie. So all the document they are not the believer. Because the command they can you see but document that they can write, they stamp up from State House, they can write, and the command I talk to, they can write, they say this for you know be done the student thing and they fly around. So this is the reason why that document there, I wouldn't want to even interfere for talk anything about it.
This is highly questionable.
Yeah, it's questionable.
So this is a highly questionable document.
Yeah, another no.
So now highly questionable.
Not to
according to you now, highly questionable documents. Not so. So now highly questionable documents from what you they say. This particular document.
This document not to ECSL come out. Now people then they make montage and fraudulent thing the way they blend. Generally always on social media. Now social media then they just go make them put in the lie. It's not an authentic document from ECSL.
Thank you. Make I jump to something else now because if I venture open the line now, we're not going able to go to other things then. So make I jump to this. Make I go now to this President Bio in visits na America.
So President Bio visits
America. No, wait. No, yes. Make a specifically because we not get enough time to go through everything. So make I go President Bio, we see him where he go na America. Well, everybody don't see that thing there anyway. VOS we can show at the studio, you get me, but I think to say everybody don't see him. So you yourself don't see him, you see, so people don't go doubt him. When President Dio go na America, President Dio make one big revelation where will not be low. Maybe one or two people then go know, you get me, but that revelation they come like a bombshell to the whole country and the whole world for say. President Bio, they be asking, can they put the figures then together and establish everything? Now, the Americans, the United States contacts President Bio, whether or not the United States embassy or not. If not the embassy safe, na United States because they work on behalf of the United States. You get me? Then call them and ask and say, for make is stop can for make can do the counting. Then President Bio say he refused. He said waiting he tell the world. He said he refused because he not ever interfere with that body there. He said that body of himself, now autonomous body, but with President Bio there is semi-autonomous because of the fact that President Bio then government then get slight link, but the only link is that if the Electoral Commission they need finance or anything like that, then they go provide them. He said, but they not ever interfere. So intel the United States say, if you not ever contact them, you know when they call them, so you not able to call them now. So he refused for interfere. What you get for that?
That's exactly what the President Bio talk, and he meant it, and a true, and a fact, and he get evidence to that. Now a president of a nation. For let a president talk now a policy statement. From where he talk that statement, you know, one day American government can refute what he talks in a lie. When they ask them, I see on one social media where the guy that they call him Sarah Loads, one website, they say, I don't know if that's true because we don't can believe most social media publications. They say they reach the American embassy. They say they're not able to respond to that kind of sensitive diplomatic statement. So that's what they say. And President, you know what he talk, and that's fact. He will not tell lies. Now, President, not to Minister talk him, not to Gento talk him, not to nobody. Now, President talk him, and only that day they talk away everybody here in the whole world. That is democratic interference. That is not.
Let me ask you one question. Let ask you one question. Where all man they talk about. Would you think to say President Bio coming out publicly like that? You see, that be the best way for do or you think to say if we be observe protocols and just deal with them in a diplomatic way?
Well, you see, based on the amount of rumors, lies, propaganda, where we don't go around, misinformation and disinformation, where we don't go all over the world about that elections from the opposition even when they know say they not win, and taking to an account the involvement and interaction of the opposition before the elections with some amount of international body like the European Union, Manuel Muller, where then they go, it connect with Lisa Chisney, then they go now and Koroma host, then they go hold meeting in APC party office secretly, which was not supposed to happen that way. That was clear interference and the breach of the Vienna Convention, the Article 41 of the Vienna Convention, where states say anybody not for interfere into the democratic process of the next country. So that they be done, they will be a real rumor.
But was that not a solid ground? Listen. Was that not a solid? No, listen. Was that not a solid ground for letting for being asked make Mula out of the country? Was that because that was a solid ground for waiting? They say for being asked Mula for left because SLPP do that. We shoot with Michael Schulenburg. SLPP do that.
No.
Then find out say Schulenburg they do something.
APC did that.
Sorry. APC do that. When they ask Schulenburg for go. So why when I not do the same thing from the minute when I realize say Mula they do that? Why when I not make Mula left the country? Why? Especially from what they say now would have been shocked of that.
Number one, that shows President Bio in democratic tolerance. That says the President Bio don't get no hidden agenda for rigging elections. That shows how President Bio your approach is different from APC that your approach. APC they get that militant approach, they get that authoritarian approach. Remember the background. They get that totalitarian approach where they don't want nobody criticize it, then they drive you. So President Bio they create a democratic atmosphere. Even when they do bad, let Oma see, but let left them still let them continue until things come back.
No, but that was not democracy. No. Listen. That was not democracy. For Lemula, European Union man, you're not supposed to go interfere. They go to an Eskoma, they go all meeting there. You're not supposed to do that. You get me? So President Bio said, you understand, that is not what I would call democracy. It is not democratic at all because he should have asked Mula for left. Because Mula they interfere because not so that it can for they go all secret meeting and Eskoma in oath. Not so that he can for because it don't take sides already. That's what when if we been kick him out, if we don't ask Mula for left. You see, so half of their problem here now, from waiting you they talk now, President Bio now instead encourage all them problems they have within the country because he failed for act when he for act. You get me? Why they not do one to Eskoma kick Chulumba out in always time. You get me? He should have done the same thing. You see, that enough for make room for them Mula go to up to the extent, say American embassy and they can put statement for say they not go give people the visa and all that thing there. When I not think to say that because when I not act quickly, you see, that is not what I would call democracy. It is not democracy at all. At all, it is not. Somebody they interfere when I for deal with that because you're not supposed to.
Yes. So as a mouthpiece, I think say President Bio get a different approach how he handle them situations there. And we understand say they been give Mula about $4 million where he go shave him to reach all the other diplomats, including Lisa Chisney. He give them $1 million for let them misbehave for the elections. So now that they see say the job where they do not right, they begin to pressure the president. And for let the president go, he talk that word, he said it factually. You know what he talk. So President Bio, with all them rumors they are, then like story they are, they be done built, it was fit and proper for let President Bio come out and say the facts and say the truth. And now that made the whole world and the country shock. Now that made the whole country shock.
Ask you one question now.
Don't talk if they behave themselves, but because the lie number cool, they know say they will not win, they don't create all them play there. Now that may talk the facts, waiting on. And President Bio does a job for in the neck.
I ask you one question. I just want yes or no. Yeah. Natu said them in tag President Bio with something in food for making not go any side in America. Them in tag him.
Bonala, you said we no say na Tibri Bangra they montage and they ask the thing. Tibri Bangra.
No, we just ask. No, we they ask because we're not supposed to know if na lie or not to lie will not be dating. You get me? Now, we get one document. And we get one document now, Nayato. We get one document. We get one document now, Nayaso, where they get from the ECSL website. Take like Timbia Onaki enlarge them for we let we able read them because we're not able to read them at all. One document sent Ah, okay. But we're not able to read them. We're not able to read them. Okay. Okay.
Fabulem, this na Abdul Karim Cargo. Again, now something we not can usually do. But for the fact say we guessed say the numbers they're not to ECSL release the numbers then they make we decide for go now on the website as soon as they see them. And then numbers there they exactly reflect what will be shown now. This now directly na the website of ECSL as una BC will click on them. With the three numbers them Cambia carrying a Putloko now equate to 76,841 with ECSL total. So we just wonder we guessed it would explain. And if you subtract the difference we now about 36,000 and change, President Bill, when you do the math, if we only get 54%, we will get less than 55%. And again, I'm not going for interfere, but I just want for let we set the record straight. So clearly though, yes, so like we just make and clear say yes, the numbers here now from the ECSL website. Let we accept say they make error, and we need now for see how the country go push go before given the error here. And last thing I go say the guest 100% correct. Say like them kind of errors here now the Supreme Court for don't deal with them. Part of this can be evidence. So I'm for telling a thank you. But again, this now unusual way for intervene, but we just want for set the record straight. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you too.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah. So and me said they add the voice, and they add me voice to waiting Patimada Koroma Gento say, you see, they have the opportunity for going to court for the other can for produce all anything there. At that time, you see, based on waiting Gento say now, Gento lists all the cases they were not win against Mother BO and all anything. So for maybe can out and say they not trust the system, you get me? It's a good thing where we hear from the voice, the mouthpiece of the SLPP. You get me? We tell we and because we be know, but we not be know exactly the various cases that we then win. But like when you tell me so now the various cases there now, these are high caliber people them at the opposition party. You understand? We win cases then. Na court. You see, where the matter, like when Mr. Kabo say, the matter for being solved could not be for them at this mess of this. So, but this is where we are now. You get me? Anyhow, we don't say what to get for say now. I want left down the force. Let her go because once I open this line now, because people then they didn't have the line.
1 second, let me clarify something. Mr. Kabo,
Sure.
that document, these documents are not get no authority for talk about them, even if now when the ECSA the website he pull up. Even if not true, because me no say me where they watching a different team they see. We not say document the people that they play with on social media, then they are not the guarantee. Let us say even pull on ECSL the website, not to mean that the authority for talk for you ECSL. I think ECSL then go can explain if you think say the final. Or the court, then go to court, then go explain them better. So then we understand me not in the position for talk about anything we related to ECSL. All I know, President Bio run a very healthy campaign, respectful message, you can get them, appropriate information. President Bio won that election, landslide, with no runoff. And President Bio is the president, and nobody no contest that election. By law, we been get 7 days for let them go to court. We been get 21 days after we then gazette them, gazette the result, for let them still go to court again for go petition. So we get 7 plus 21. Calculator, how many days, how many months that one day? Almost a month for let APC go to court. And the lead lawyer, when I figure out, he tell them, say, well, if you say case, no go to court. And nobody went there, meaning they don't get no case. They don't get no case. Everybody was accepted that result. So now go before.
Yes, Yes, Gento. Yes, let me go forward. Fast forward now, Gento. Let me go now. You get me? You see, because now they say with the boss dialogue. You get me? But before we go to this dialogue, let me talk about Yvonne Akisoya. Because Yvonne Akisoya, now one of the big voices there, now APC, we advocate for make them not go to parliament, for make them not go work at all. You see, it's not a question, you see, of saying that they pick on Yvonne Akisoya. It is just a fact. You get me? The fact, everybody know that. You get me? Then they not say they know they go now, but we hear now where they say, when Yvonne Akisoya they go represent the government outside the country as the mayor-elect of Freetown. Soon after that, Tambalamina went the minister of local government, instead of being on bombshell, instead of refusing for say, in August, right for do that day. What you get for tell me about that? Because since you're not SLP spokesperson, yes.
You see, Yvonne Akisoya in attitude and in behavior, I describe him as being selfish. I describe in behavior as being betrayal. I describe the behavior as being.
No, but you have to be careful. Are you there? No, you have to be careful how you use words from people then, because we know they accept that. You understand?
No, not
just make your point, but not use words on them.
Now the behavior I describe, I will substantiate all. I'm not describing her. I'm describing the attitude we put up we can. Now, the attitude I describe her as lawless. She is a lawless person. Why I say so? The laws of Sierra Leone state say when they vote you as authority of leadership, you dey get your authority, your legal standing for do that job the way you go through the swearing in. If President Leone did not be swearing in, then that day they pass, he is not the president of Sierra Leone. It wouldn't have been. But now, you know that one day as a mayor, and that ending with law. If they not swear you in, there's no way the law don't say, you know, for no work, you know, for represent that sit in that position. That means you are not yet. For let it commode itself, it can. That's another lawlessness. That is an offense to the state. And now that make the state remind the New Havens Council in America for let them understand say the position of the state by law now so it is. So that woman don't get no authority for go into any contract. If that woman be no say, you know, it won't go, it get the authority, it get the right for go city council. But why you say you know they go there, then you want go can't take money on behalf of them people and they when you say you know they go represent them. That was wrong. And then two, you now the proponent of your party. Why I talk about betrayal? Now you are the proponent for say when I know they go. Now no government functions. Therefore, let you come up behind you company them clandestinely because you want money. Then you go sign a document, you begin to do your own job, even illegally. That is a very serious level of betrayal. You understand? That's a very serious program of betrayal. So she betrayed the APC party. She betrayed the plans the way they set. Again, you reason to that. Then the APC will deal with that one day. So this is a woman that then say not get for trust. But however, that's the way you can do that. The government right, Balamina right, because government get for advise that people they say that woman yes, I'm mayor elect, but by law, by the laws of Sierra Leone, now impersonation, now you go do you know get no authority by law. It refuse for go to the authority. If you not say want that money, for go. So meaning Akisoya not even get the interest of the people the way it represents. They not even get the interest of the people
any money.
Now
Let me get any money.
They're not getting because government rights and tell them they don't get the money. Okay. They be one get the money. So government don't right now say let them not get the money by law, so they don't stop. So how you don't
see one document? I see one document where Tambalamina, after Tambalamina don't refuse the actions of Yvonne Akisoya. I see Yvonne Akisoya signed one document where now the mayor of New Haven sent say now in something I don't remember now, but something say that they invite, yes, then see for Akisoya or just talk about the meeting anyway. It wasn't a document prior to the meeting, now just after the meeting. So the document just talk about that. I see something like that. I don't know if you be see them. I try for look for and see and able to find
The
out, but it was
documents
all
talk
over
say
the
they don't
papers.
get money.
No, not for money. Well, to say, I think when Malamina make this statement,
Right.
so if Akisoya gets, well, the mayor now, so obviously supposedly say, if Akisoya would don't talk to the mayor then, you understand, eh? Well, I just say, look how the thing say, I wasn't there anyway. Because for later, mayor now can write letter of the confirmed say, if they confirm say, oh yes, we see with that. And they take them because I not get the thing off head now, but now a letter will come after the visit. Not to before the visit. You get me? It's after the
Well,
visit.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
you're not being
All,
seeing me.
no, I not see am, I not see that me. I not see it. All the plan we actually have been good do, you not go blame the new heavens mayor because the woman don't care, don't say in a mayor, you not get for go ask him. Now the responsibility of the government if the woman not be get the authority for let the state, if salon government not be go state say by the law that woman not supposed to enter into any contract, therefore don't go ahead. But for the fact that the government send that note, they don't void out him, they don't stop him. They may resurrect it if Akisoya go back, he take his oath, he go back, he go to an office, he take his office, then go right back, then send to that place. They know well, this woman now he get the authority, so let it carry on. But you know go, you say they can work for the people them, but if they go in a corner for go beg money for the people on behalf of the people, they for sit down with the intention for it. Then you say they go help you tell me that that's the greatest corruption. That's the greatest disrespect to the people that will vote for Akisoya. Every time people, even in party, very embarrassing and shameful. You say they go fine.
Okay.
You say that they wait for
Okay.
dialogue, fine enough, yeah enough. But so you say they go stand on one legs. Stand on one legs.
Okay. Okay. Now make a turn out to this dialogue. But they agree about this dialogue. For them and they wait for go, then the dialogue with the AP, SLPP, and all that. Would they agree some they for say some of the things that we then put for say they want this unless they achieve them and they not go to parliament. Some certain conditions then whether they put for negotiate. You able to tell me anything about that?
Well, me no know waiting at APC the condition, but at the thing at social media, then they put in there where they say social media no can guarantee social media thing them. If at the talk as hot goose, I for don't talk other different talk, but as a mouthpiece of the SLPP party, whatever at the Senaya, it represents the views and aspirations of the political party. Therefore, I not go add credence and credit. I know they add credence and credit to that social media documentation. Where they go out there say APC say they say they want let them pull it. They say they want let them do A and C for them. No, and I not go able make clarification and talk anything about that because I don't know if it is authentic. But however, waiting I tell people they clear like is that APC they say they want dialogue with the president with the government and the party. Well, the human I call them the peace commission, now they job that one day. Because they want let all man go hook. If APCC don't say they go hook, they don't get for Hamburg the governance system with President Bill. They don't
Okay,
go
wait.
Hamburg.
Clarify this. No, wait. Clarify this. You say, and clarify if now that's I. You say now APC and they ask for dialogue, or now the
Yes.
SLPP they ask for dialogue. Who do they ask for
No,
dialogue? The
APC they ask for dialogue.
Yes, but we don't they all this sense saying that the ruling government and then they ask for dialogue.
No, not
so
a ruling government.
See, they talk on behalf of the. So now APC they ask for dialogue.
Yes, because we get the peace commission. We go ask APC. They ask APC because now then disgruntled. Now then say then disgruntled. The peace commission now their own job. The peace commission not to government. Now an institution with independent. So their own job now for make sure say peace prevail in a country. It does not matter who that they did. They're not to government they control. They're not to nobody they control. They are independent. Now then go say if APC don't say then they go. Although by law the precedent we don't set in 1973, SLPP be walk out of parliament. They say they need to go. They know they even enter per election. APC go for themselves. Now they no more been there. they win all things, and they no more they tail throughout the process. 1973. So that is a good precedent we don't set.
Now
And
I want to open the phone lines then.
In this case, APC even gets seats. If they don't remember them, remember who are they when are the minority leader, Thompson they when are the deputy minority leader, then the APC in the parliament. So now some group of APC say they're not glad. So when they got ask peace commission, and peace commission say, well, what you now want to be? They say, well, no, can't talk. They say, okay, well, not bad. So now if peace commission can't tell now the government say, hey, well, them say no dialogue, they don't agree.
I want to open the phone lines now because too many, we don't get plenty calls, but because you dey try for finish, it is so I allow you. Plenty calls, we don't come. But I will try for open the phone lines now. For if any caller gets waiting they want for ask you or any caller want for contribute, we don't lose all the calls that we don't line up. You get me? Plenty calls we don't line up, but we don't lose all. But they go come now. So make I take the first call now. VOS network caller. Yes. Who say they call from? Within your name.
Okay. I call for Washington.
Yes. What's your name, sir?
My name is Justin Logonzo.
Okay. Yes, sir. Welcome. Okay, welcome. Yeah.
I'll get some couple of questions for Mr. Koroma. One question about the Kandeba Road incident. Since that incident happened, President Bill did not ever commission any investigation into that for sure what are really responsible, what are they kill. He allowed the opposition or put all the blame on them. She, in fact, where they go Kandeba Road, the killing will be ethnic based killing. So you as a PRO for SLPP, I want to know if you can use the leverage to reach out to President Bill for launch an investigation into the Kandeba Road killing, the killing of McKinney, the killing of Tumbo, all the killings that would have happened under President Bill in Rain. Well, know what are they responsible and bring them to justice. As he said, that will go a long way for bring justice, even for bring peace for the other people then where they not get any biological connection to SLPP. Because me, I speak as a patriotic Sierra Leone. I not really care about tribes. Me na Mende, but I love every tribe in Sierra Leone. Okay, I feel a pain while you hear all these ethnic mudslinging where they go on in the country, especially from the diaspora and Sierra Leoneans. The other issue also, I get a strong issue with about the food security. Okay, I know see the party they attack Akisoya for a lot of things. When I get right for attack him, you're gonna opponent or the opponent to the party. But what you wanna do right now for in terms of the new Minister of Agriculture, which plans that they put in place for the next 6 months to a year with food sufficiency within Australia. Remember, if Australian people they get enough food for it, they not going to get enough audience. They not going to convince a lot of people that go on the streets for disrupt the government operation, or even for deter investors for Canada country. So Leone and all lose focus on the food security because they spend a lot of time attack Akisoya, attack Adebayo, a lot go to the heart of the problem. We will bring food on the table for all Sierra Leoneans because food security is a national cause with every tribe, every region will benefit. So please, as a spokesman for the party, I know you get direct alliance to State House. You can reach to David Senge, the Vice President, Mr. President himself. You get a concern here. Okay, then the last point I want to make is about ECSL. Okay, we know ECSL do a lousy job on the election. Okay, Mr. Cabo, winner, one of the pioneers on this program, don't analyze the number. I mean, people that get questions about the numbers, it will be right. But ECSL, if they're really honest, they will come forward and justify the number. That's simple. You see, how can President Bill? And the pray like succeed. You know, so why ECSL they create a wall of silence between the reality? They hide from facts. You know, so please, Mr. Koroma, thank you very much.
You time don't know. You time don't caller. If you want for, you can call again so that I will continue. But meanwhile, I'll give chance to other people then, yeah? Yes, next caller on the queue. Who side the call from? Waiting at your name.
Good evening, Aunty Kadie. This is Fori Mustafa again from Leicester. Well, last week we missed you,
Mustafa.
though. This fellow, Patrick, Mr. Koroma, first of all, he say, they talk about figures. He talk about figures, say, na lie. And later, when they show him the website, he say, go comment. Abami said, you don't do an error. Because if they both say the president win, that means you know about these figures. All the figures the way they are victory, if you know about them. So, you say again the president's campaign, so I mean, to me, if the campaign where you campaign, it work, you get result, the discrepancies that will happen as a result, never will happen. I'll give you example now. They don't give that example where you may see on the website. Now I tell you, so this is not the age where we say all that publication with that man, they just can't flash paper them. Those numbers have been downloaded and kept until the day where they count the disaggregated figures. Now you don't make an attempt for count the district regional them, they not match. So I just want to tell you that if you talk to people and they lie, then they do something. Well, I wish you could tell ECS and let them be careful, because all which they don't publish, people then hold them. Like give a typical example. This now which you don't publish you. The first result where he published in the western area rural, he say Maada been get 51,000 votes. Samura been get 121,000. That's now after the 60% we first publish. So where can I can give the 40%? These now figures will because people know figures them, man. Not to people who not just decide say, oh, na social media. This now what he publish. Then the 40% of the votes where he counts now. Maada, he can get 75,000. Samura gets 76,000, 36,000. That means double them. Maada get more vote in the western rural law. So when I get for sure now which part of the western rural where Maada they win 65% of the vote, where Samura they get 35%. Now the western rural. So people are waiting on that. There's not an era where when I just do things they like, because now they always look for examples.
Then we don't
do this, then we don't do.
Hello.
No worry, Aunty.
Yes, carry on. You round up, yeah?
You
time go don't
no worry, don't worry. Listen, I will get this show. So
but you get for round up because other people then say for campaign. Yeah.
You say 3 minutes.
No, just round up. No, I not say like stop. I say round up. Try now. Let you know.
Now you don't have more than 30 seconds or 45 seconds. I'll be the flow. So yeah.
Go ahead.
In the end, I just want to give them one figure. Now that one, then you can analyze them.
Okay.
The end result of Western Rural, Maada end of forget 126,000. Maada Samura get 157,000. So you go say all the vote that will last come, then go to Maada 75,000 then go to Ram, or most of them 36,000 go to Samura. So this discrepancies have to be explained.
Yeah, I give extra time. Yes.
Because if not the southeast, this thing will happen, say Nabu or Kenima, where Maada will get 66% of the last votes there, that person get 33%. People don't understand. But this is Western Rural, where will be the read result when they announce per police station. So now me first input this about result, because they don't tell you now first result about the station, them now the regional. Now I don't give you one specific. If you don't know about result, don't talk about them all. Anyway, don't talk about them. But no can't talk say people in life, because all the figures with the man we don't give, we get them.
Your time don't
so
now.
My first contribution this. Thank you very much.
Okay, you can come back. You can call back here. Your time don't now. Yeah. Gento, you get anything you want to say? Yes.
Thank you very much for the one that will bring in comments them. The other person talk about let her talk to the Minister of Education, most food security. But one let people that understand say there's a difference between politics and governance. Me na the mouthpiece for the SLPP party, me not to government mouthpiece. So if I discuss anything around governance now, because I dey closer to the system, and I will just use that opportunity for the people that enjoy the benefits of me being closer to the government, for them to share information with about the good thing and what the government they do. Yes, the food security, that I mean President Bio don't bring a big 5-inch on agriculture. Then they work towards and we just don't start. You get for CG store, a lot of food get for them in other country. Tete we begin to sell them to other country. That one they get for happen. But however, the other call I talk about Panema Road investigation. Oh yes, then we don't form a committee, and the committee we don't present the report. And I'll tell you one thing. Section 16 of the 1991 Constitution, we talk about the right to life. That nobody no get right for take the next person in life. But again, exception where you continue for read that section 16 of that 1991 Constitution say, Friday day, if you lost your life, now it's very legal. For example, if you try for escape lawful detention, police go hold you, then put you in a cell, or you in a Pandeba room. Then you make attempt for escape. Like what be happy that day when the prisoner they break the prison doors, then set fire at the house, then try for Canada gate. That is trying to escape lawful detention because a court sent the day. So that was the lawful detention. The Constitution don't take and clearly say within the process, if you lost your life, you know they get nobody for blame. And it also na section 16 at the prison court, that the prison their own statute it establishes. So that's an established law. So they not go do something illegal either. Then for protect society, safety, and other things. So then the investigation we don't carry on, and then I want everybody know. And secondly, the one way that they involved in unlawful riotous conduct. Oh, when I go protest, when I come out, you lost your life within the process. The law is the law. Not to matter you make that law. Now the same APC party where they holler now and cry. Now the same one put that law in the 1991 Constitution. 1991 now that been in power. Now APC been in power when I'm before. It is inside the law book, not to matter you. So if the thing happen, the same law will have been set. A whole una not complain. Now this make Akintok say people they say prepare for war in the time of peace. When you dey in position of trust and authority, be careful the laws the way they make and the behavior the way they do for among the one way they did at the minority. This was what APC did not be the member. Now say President Bio, most of them bad law they in the pull up. That's seditious libel now for stop journalists and let them not talk. That's what they do. They jail them. That if now Madam Bio be left, it begin hold all man. If it become another problem, all man they cry. So these were the laws the way APC be make. Now so the law say. If police come for car arrest you, lawful arrest. When you resist, you tower, you die inside that process. My brother, now both case. Now the law section 69 talker for public safety. You in the grassy law go, Madam, you must go overthrow, and they call it insurrection. For suppressed insurrection, if they kill you, you die. Now, okay, this is what people need to know. And these are laws that nobody know the trial. Now the law of the state, the Constitution, not to even statute. The Constitution are the highest law book around it. All other half law them, the Constitution they beyond and above them. If not there's small law them, you go talk say the Constitution will come prevail over it. But that the Constitution in section 69 of I want to let people they read them and tell them people them. So sometimes when they say, oh, they don't go kill Kosiana and Panema Road, they don't go kill Kosinaya and Fotobo, they go hold Marabio, go to an ICC in a lie that one. It's a big lie. Let we stop for the deceive with people them. Tell them the truth that these are the things not correct. Let people use correct channel. If APC be not say they be really get evidence or they never get evidence and then win that election, but this is simple. Go to court. If this case be done in a court now, then now they will bring the evidence they own and they cook now, send a website they pull out and they go get economies and they bring out people they will listen to now. But nobody is going to listen to you. Whether you go up in can or you did not go to court, the law is the law. You should not be lawless. And that law they not to matter be maker. Now APC now they make up 1991. Now Momo be in a power. Now APC. Now they put the law in there. And the law is the law. Whether a bad law, whether a good law, you get for follower until they repeal them or they modify them. So that is the law. Now APC make the law there. And at the law there will they go by. Why are you crying now? So meaning have been bad law. So for 27 years, those are the laws Leoneans was subjected to. For una, it was fine. So now that the law now the better now that one no, don't do that. So those are the law. If they go kill you in Tumbo, what did you do in Tumbo? Koroma say, know what you say for though, what you say, but I know they against, I know they support for any Sierra Leone die. But at the same time, as citizens with civic responsibility, now in for supersede, we rights the way you get. Now America, yeah, we get boku rights there. But your responsibility, you know, they go grab them to a dot in a street. Wait, so where the police they catch you, then they give you ticket, you pay. If they do that in a salon, then they go begin to put up a politics. America, where they go club, 2 o'clock. All man for going then they lock the club. If they do that in a salon, they say, oh, Maada, you don't have see if we right. Now we right. But America, 2 a.m., they don't close a club. Nobody go, you gotta go. That's our civic right. We obey the law. But if it happens in Sierra Leone, they will paint a woman civil rights activist. We will not even do nothing. Until we face the fact, let the opposition face the reality that then governors stay away and they water down because they're not in a power. It will affect them tomorrow if they can't have power. It is dangerous. Let we stop. Just like if an Koroma didn't go sack some Sumana illegally, we not been part of the constitution. We've been lied about it. There were ways the way for don't use for sack through the parliament, you know do. Now the president they don't say we're very dangerous. Now say God forbid. They take one person one day. Where the Northern and the APC they say like them Maada Bill, for example, if Maada Bill is sacked a vice president, the same APC now they go total put on the oh Maada Bill, they don't do wrong thing. But this was the thing they don't go. This is a precedent. The other precedent where dangerous, where they fail for educate them people them on is this. During 2007, when an Koroma can of parliament, when they go put petition against members of parliament for SLPP, when they no say, then they win. They say the law was, if you not say you don't lost that case, they for go back and conduct by election. And as Koroma talk say no, they not for conduct by election. When you lost the case, the one way can second and for go the act to direct. Would you call that a judiciary precedent? So now one of the sources of law that the president, the example the way the judges then they set, then they keep and say until don't set and say and say for me, the next much by woman says now so that judge talk to you. So now you will follow. Now, one of the sources of law that not to only the constitution. These are things where civic education, President, you create part of the Ministry of Information now. For letting them tell people about the responsibilities, about the laws them and how the laws in the day. Because now when people they don't know, they don't understand politicians and they go lie for them for letting them lost their life them. Because they don't want to face the fact saying that they're responsible for letting them lost. So if they go now, they don't set that bad president to another country. They don't sack vice president. That president today from the Supreme Court, they don't bribe the all. They know saying that the wrong thing they do. No law not talking saying for sack somebody. If you go to a parliament, they don't do it. Now, any president will come tomorrow, is sack the vice president. That's it. Now people they don't forget rope picking, they don't all. So man don't die, they picking and they come, they don't go even understand that and they better. Now when they do the same APC now they go grab now they begin holla, oh now that's it. They forget saying that they've been doing. So all these laws the way they implement in this country. When an Koroma then say let them parliamentary in the 2007, let them go conduct by election. Now the law and they say no. The one we can say collect candidate. Now they make APC be get member of parliament from Kailan, APC be get member of parliament from Kenema by default. They say that they can say so when 2018 come, they petition them. When they go to court, they find out say so maybe they take money, you know, resign. Like the Deputy Secretary General of APC, Usman Timbo, evidence they pull them. Now APC they say, okay, we're not going to by election. Then they say, no, we don't get an example, a precedent so that we don't set now inside 2007, where APC begin a part that judges made law. Judges then get right for make law in the country from the cases they win the judge. Now they say, well, today we've been telling say, let them go do by election. They say no. So they don't make that law. So the one way can't second for that election, and then they go to parliament. That was how they tell people them they not conduct election, they go to parliament. Now the law, judge made law, president, APC, they know about this, but they know they tell the people then the fact. Then they refuse to talk the truth. This is insincerity and high level of dishonesty and way they do. And it disturb the fabric of the society. Not to SLP person no more than other country. APC people, they all did this. So if you are doing this, you are even punishing your own people. Then are witchcraft to the highest degree. Party I want stretch continue for join President Bio for stretch me hands and talk to the opposition people with the people they don't vote for in various positions. Let them go back to their workplace and go serve the people that will give them that opportunity in the interest of Sierra Leone. For let them sit down and not get no good thing what you could do. Now for hamburging the people them in that country they let them all come. This mistake, if not mistake self, now they don't do them. They're not great for go do the right thing, they ended up to become lawless. Now that made them like today, then they regret and say, oh, for don't go court. If people go, people don't listen to them. But they not really go. So there's no way
round
again.
up now.
So
Because another show is
let them can country hand and make salute. Me, na Gento, Patrick Maada, Koroma, me na the PRO for Slpp North America. I say Tata and President you say Tata to now.
Yeah, okay, Gento, thank you very, very much for the time where you give me, yeah, because I don't talk you want Slpp people them on board. You see, we know they get that. So, like, you know the right possible guest. We don't give you a lot of information. So, I just want to say thank you to you, yeah, and I hope that someday you will able to come back in the VOS. You see,
all
so
right,
my young
no
people
worries.
there
I'm
now,
always available.
yeah, so my young people there now, and they take this opportunity now. There is no point I'm not getting for round up at all because another show they start now, so I'm not going to able to round up. But waiting I want for tell you now is me time na VOS done. I'm not get for the appear again at VOS, and so I know say at the day with Matilda. You see, so Matilda now the transfer in show now to Saturday. You see, and me on show now the time, you know, they work because the time we in the start with wait me for start, the time not convenient for me.